Hello, everyone. Welcome to another Penguin Academy game analysis. We are still in the Blood Bowl 3 2025 World Championships Group Stage Week 2. I'm looking forward to this one. Not going to lie, this better not disappoint me. We have Mankiz the Meat Throttler with his humans and N8wache, the German who can't just write N8wache, with his Amazons. Both of these solid players. I'm hoping for a decent game here. Humans do well against Amazons in general. They usually massively outguard them. They come with the Mighty Blow tackle stack. They can tie up a big girl with an ogre, etc. They've got a one turn, whereas the Amazons don't. I mean, everyone has a one turn, but not a realistic one. Not bad on the... This is about an A-, I think, on the setup front. Again, I don't hate it when people don't put these on the LOS because they're scared of the solid D. But it does mean that, like, against a blitz, there is a very small possibility, like, for example, exactly where that kick has gone, that it's weaker, right? The strongest anti-blitz setup is that. Yes, on a solid D, you have two people base that weren't base before. I don't think that's as bad as if it was a blitz right now and the ball was there. It's just that, isn't it? I don't think that's as bad. So I will always think that setting up like this is the strongest anti-blitz defense. Do I always do it? No. This is completely fine. A- is a completely fine score, isn't it? My judgment is normally how important the match is and how good my opponent is. Here, against Mankiz, where the match is actually important, I would probably set up the full anti-blitz defense on the LOS for that reason. In ladder or arena or something, the tiny percentage lost on the blitz to the solid D, or thinking that maybe I can get the ball back or he'll screw up his blitz or whatever because he's not very good, will make this fine, right? For the lack of inconvenience of the solid D. But I think that because the opponent is definitely a good player and this match is very important, I would have set up the full A+ defense. I say A+, I just realized the LOS is fucked. We shouldn't be taking this block. That's not something we should be doing. The actual guard being defended is fine, but I would have someone here with block, and then the guard would be one of these two players instead. You shouldn't be taking this block. That's just silly. And if you're going to take this block instead, the guard is better off being able to react if there is a blitz or a solid D than being in the middle of the LOS. Because you might get pushes, right? You want follow-up blocks. So I would move the guard too. But still an A-. It's fine. For those wondering about the first week in this group, everything was a 1-1 draw. So basically it's all a wash, and these second week results are now very important. Oh, we're going to pick up on the piranha. See, it's a 1 in 27. Could have burnt a reroll. But we do get the pickup, and everything is fine. Alright, Mankiz straight in with a good auger placement. Bullying with the guards now is the only way you can bully, right? Be interesting to see what's going on here. Is this the blitz, or is he blitzing? Yeah. I don't really like blitzing a hard target there. He didn't need to. Not that it mattered, because he rolled pushes. But a hard target is 55%. A soft target is 75%. That extra 20% makes a big difference to chance of removal. For those who are trying to follow along and learn, a hard target means that this has block, right? Tackle gets rid of the dodge, but it doesn't get rid of the block. So it's only a 55% chance to knock down a blodger, 75% chance to knock down, because of tackle, an unprotected player. So you might say, why am I not complaining that Nightwatch did the same thing? The difference there is Nightwatch went for a guard. So a hard target is sometimes a good, or an offset by the fact that the player is important. And in this case, the human's guards are important. The only more important thing is the Mighty Blow tackle. So trying to clip a guard is perfectly reasonable. I don't like this flat shape against humans. I don't like this flat wall against humans who have like 5 guard at all. I'm not certain what's going on there. Especially when your guard is jammed out to one side. So what you could do is screen this side and then bully the middle and this side with some guards. He could see what he could have done. He could have even utilized the Mighty Blow tackle on a Jaguar, which, because it's just a straight line, right? And just stick guard there, and just blitz straight down the middle. Wait, what are we blitzing and who are we blitzing? What the fuck is going on here? Okay, we're just blitzing with an auger then, I guess. We needed a full POW. So, alright, so here's a problem. As we needed a full POW anyway, why not blitz the wrestler? On a 1 in 9, he's more likely to not take the armor break so that you don't take the armor break. And if you get the full POW, you Mighty Blow in a wrestler. So I don't like this blitz. You might as well just blitz the wrestler. Oh, thank you, Flute. I'm sorry. God, you know what? There we go. First cast of the day. Someone has to remind me that defensive exists. Good job, me. See, and now we do have this issue, right? Gets the Kaz. We have the issue of the full screen and a roaming auger allowing you to do what he just did. Why? Nightwatch, listen. Why have you blocked forward there? Why on earth would you block forward there? If you get the POW, you want him to be tagged on the sideline so he can't get back into this position. So you needed to put the assist there. He's got no frenzy. The assist goes there, and the blitz comes from the side. So he's tagged on the floor on the sideline. This is basically the same tactics as breaking through on a Daka, right? It just happens to be on the halfway line. And that's the tactic, right? You blitz to the sideline and hold him there, because if he stands up to be the assist, he's no longer in the column. Which means that he's unlikely to blitz a mighty blow tackle. To put this back together, he has to put someone here and then blitz off the floor and then stand behind him to put it back together, which means you're avoiding getting blitzed by mighty blow tackle, or he is dismantling his columns. Blocking forward, useless. I mean, he's claimed one square. Didn't get a POW, so it's not like he's going to claim a lot, was it? So I think you needed to leave that one over here. Just to make sure that the humans have to maintain the full width column, just in case. If you jam yourselves into this, these two can come down and start to corral you. Like right now, he can go back one, he can step over, these can go back, this can go back. We can just end up blitzing this one on the corner using the auger here. Go back into position. And then these two are free, aren't they? Because we've got the columns. No one can go diagonally. These two then free can come and back up the auger. And you have to now defend the back of your cage. Which means you're a player down. Because something needs to protect the back over here. That's what I would do if I was Mankiz. I don't like this. I preferred that being on the side. And I don't like moving in before we know what the result of the blitz is. And I don't like not that being the first actions. He's got the right idea. I just don't like this. I don't like this auger placement. Bit weird, this. Because, look, if that was a push, look, this is not on the auger anymore. You'd just be pushing off into a free Amazon. But it's a removal, so what do I know? Why are we... Okay. Weird choice of blitz and a rush. Okay, I like this. I don't mind how it's ended up. He's realized he's in trouble and he's trying to make something happen. He's got the lucky stun, so now he's just gone in. I think if I was Mankiz here, I'd just do what I just said and just make sure that we put the screen in first and then roll the rest of the dice. Because you can, right? You totally can here. He can go at the back. This can be the blitz. And then you can go and stand. So he stands there. One back. And then this guy blitzes and goes and stands there at the back of that. This one's free. So this can go around and stand in front of the catcher. This one can go up and... Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can go and stand in front of the mighty blow tackle. So we've got the screen in place. The important screen. Because these guys are all jammed into this corner. If this is a POW, the auger goes in and bases these players. Or if this is a POW, you can go in and base these two players by putting the auger in this square here. That gives you a 2 dice there. And then you've got this guard and this catcher guard to do things as well. This guard can go around the bottom here. If the ogre is there, you can jam in this warrior by going there. And then the catcher can come up and cover the diagonal. And then we make some dodges with these. That's how I would play out that turn. I don't like moving the ogre first. There's already an assist here. The ogre is now not on this piranha, which I think is a mistake. I don't like that this is going to leave the catcher at the front when you roll in a blockless block. This would that would have been a disaster, right? That one in 81 there. Because everyone's based up. It's easy to push through. We would have scored. If that was a 1 in 81, we would have scored. An unnecessary risk, in my opinion. Oh, there we go. I'm going to get a reputation for cheating, aren't I? That's like the 3rd game in a row or something where I've talked about something and the problems were there and then it's happened. The screen isn't in place, is it? Like, the screen's not in place. There's no one here. You could have lived with that failure if you correctly turn ordered and put the screens in and stuff. And now you're probably going to get scored on. Well, maybe. If you can roll a POW somewhere. Oh, no, 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 no. Okay, I know that he won in 81, but you needed to block that way. You really needed to block that way there. That needed to be this diagonal block. Because on a POW, you could chain this guy off, and then you could just blitz through him and be up in the center with probably enough players. That wasn't good. Oh, this is all not good. Oh, Nightwatch, you fucked this up. I get that that was some bad dice, but you have fucked this up on the directions and turn ordering there. Base the Mighty Blow Tackle. You should have based the Mighty Blow Tackle, I think. I think that would have been a real good sacrifice. Oh, maybe not, actually. Now, looking at the placement of the rest of the Zons, maybe not. Because it's real hard to get a good blitz with the Mighty Blow Tackle over here anyway. Because the guard doesn't work there, or there. Or the two that are already there, right? All of these squares, guard doesn't work. This is the hidden strength of Amazons. This has turned out to be a nice shape. Yeah, this has turned out to be a nice shape. You might need to one dice here. But probably just blitz him, right? All right, let's just talk about this. This should be the same now as last turn, I guess. I think this is the same as last turn. The spear player goes here. This is the blitz. So before we do that, we get the screens in. The catchers should be there and there. This blitzer comes round to stand in front of that catcher. This player comes round to stand in front of that catcher, and we have the important double screen in place. This is the blitz. Hopefully it's a POW, and we go back and stand on the diagonal. The ogre goes into base, probably there, but could also just come here and hold the side. And then we see if we can dodge with these players and create the diagonal with the blitzer. Maybe bit like if this one can dodge, maybe not really. This one could dodge and come all the way down here, join up with the ogre and base these two. No, I like the up one. Oh, why are we doing this first, Mankiz? This turn ordering from Mankiz is atrocious. Another 1 in 9. Could have been another 1 in 81. Hasn't fucking blitzed yet. Did all of that to get a blitz on this player instead of this breakaway over there. Like, this is a full breakaway, right? Maybe. Right, so there are possibilities here. One of which is red dice in the Ogre, which is a 90-odd%. This goes and blitzes here, gets the POW. Then we go over with the Piranha, hand off to this. A potato off down there. That's a possibility. I don't like that it's left on. I'm not suggesting anyone should do it. But that's a possibility to start with. What else have we got here? This is a stand. There's double guards on this, so this Jaguar's pretty fucked. You could blitz here with the ball carrier, right? Just blitz, straight up blitz the blitzer. You get the hit and run in case of a 1 in 9. That would knock a guard off. And then that gives you 2 dice on this blitzer or this catcher. Could make it a 1D on the Ogre with this, yeah. I'm not certain the breakaway's the play, though, because you can just get trapped against the sideline. Like, even if you, you just go and stand on the sideline, there's no way to surf you, but you can just have someone standing directly on you. Maybe not, maybe worse than a 1 in 9. I don't know if you can get 2 players over there. No. Depends if you get the POW on this, right? If you don't get the POW on this, you can't even stand on the sideline. But a break back to the middle isn't the worst. But it's turn 7, right? We've got to go forward. We've got to do something. So maybe that is the play. I'm not seeing any other better breakthrough plays. Maybe that is the play. I think I might have undersold. Yeah, I mean, we could go here. You could even use the wrestler on the Ogre. And then blitz with block. So that you can carry on moving with the Piranha. And, like, semi-screen. Have a second scoring threat, etc. I think that might be the play. Yeah, not great on the not power. Oh, this was a bad place to put the assist. Needed to roll dice there. Does get the POW, so the breakaway is on. Doesn't give himself a second scoring threat. Doesn't give himself a second scoring threat for a rush. Again, I'm not kidding, by the way. Just to be clear, I don't cheat in these games, right? I don't watch them. It's why I never know what's happening on Jim's channel. Because I don't like to be spoiled. I even put a piece of paper up. Over the results when I'm opening the page. Yeah, I don't like this. Like I said, he should have done a rush, right? Should have done a rush, because then you'll be a second scoring threat and you tag the guy who can hit the ball. If you're going to leave this guy untagged, you need to do the rush with her so that this can't sack. So that is pretty shit. Not going to lie, that's pretty shit. Good play, bad execution. too scared of doing a 1 in 36. Which is weird, because if you do a 1 in 9 and fail here on the handoff, you therefore have no scoring threats, and you don't score. But it is 4 rushes and a blockless block with 1 reroll. I mean, a blockless block doesn't matter that much. But push double down, you'll take the double down, right? So do you know what? Do you know what I didn't see? This follow. This follow. Why would you do that follow? I was too busy talking about, like, that I don't watch the thing. You don't, like, you absolutely don't follow here, do you? It's insane. Why would you follow here? These can't reach. The only thing you don't want to do is allow him a chain. N8wache. Oh my god, and it was I didn't even see that. It was a dodge. You actually fucking took the dodge. N8wache, what are you doing, mate? That is bad. That is real bad. And a 1 in 81 gets him the score, not skill. That's the problem, isn't it? It's the problem with Blood Bowl right there. Wasn't it like, these weren't 2 penguins or anything, right? The things that I'm picking up on, the things that I'm pointing out are basically, you know, top level stuff, right? It's the difference between, you know, 70 and 75% or whatever. It's top level stuff. Little tiny percentages. But you gotta realize that, right? This at the end is not top level stuff. Not realize it when you should, because you can just click and see, right? Oh, you need 1 push. That immediately in your brain should be, okay, I can't let him chain push himself. It is good for Penguin Academy, though. It's good. It's good for the learning. Right. I don't like this defense for a throw teammate. I don't think it's necessary. People think that it's necessary because of the possibility of the catcher. But against humans, so Mankiz could do a real 1 turn, run a guard down, and just 2 dice someone out of the way. And then just run through the gap after doing a regular catcher 1 turn. Because Mankiz is good enough to do a regular catcher 1 turn, not needing the 2 players who do that. Like, it's hard because you have to do the Amazon 1 turn, right? You block here, you put 2 players around the back, you block and you push in. So I'm not certain how hard that is. I've never tried it with humans. I don't know if you have enough players. Because you need the blitz to do that, right? So 1 player to do the block, 2 players at the back is 3, 1 player to do the second block, that's 4. And then you need to do the pushes, of which you need 3. So 5 players, 6 players, 7 players. Maybe you don't have enough players to do it. Like, literally, maybe you just don't have enough players to do that. I've never tried it or worked it out. I can't be asked to go do that now. Doesn't seem that important. The other alternative is you can fling toss to the direction of where you run down a catcher and run down a blitzer to block out of the way to avoid the dodges. That works too. What is this catcher doing? Okay, I don't know what's going on with this. Okay, we are doing the catcher 1 turn. Is that better odds than the fling at this point? Wait, what just happened? Oh, we just ate the POW. Oh, wait, he's got no rerolls. Okay, there's no rerolls on the humans. All right, never mind then. We're doing the fling toss. That's why he was going for the catcher 1 turn. Well, you failed. Oh, wait, maybe not. No, you failed. No, that is the reason. It also gives you more of the field that the ball can land in, and you can still attempt it. Because he's 1 back, so it gives you 1 extra row that the ball could land in. But obviously it gives you 1 extra row that you can't land in when you throw. So it's a trade-off. Oof. Straight up oof. With the dubs guy. See what I mean? See what I mean? This reminded him, oh, maybe I should play properly. Like, the ball is right there, man. If he'd re-rolled into another dub skulls, what a fucking disaster. Because he hasn't covered it. It's sloppiness, isn't it? Now, you've got to lock in for this level of game. And if you don't, you can't complain. That's the issue, right? If you don't lock in, you can't complain about quads there. I mean, you can, but it's still your fault. Everyone gets quads sometimes. Everyone gets 1 in 81s sometimes. Everyone rolls dubs sometimes. But both of them opened their drives with the dub skulls. Gave up 2 dice on his auger. Like, you know, again, if that gets 1 in 36, how do you complain about that? You gave up 2 dice on it. That it, like, shouldn't have, right? He wouldn't have blitzed the auger. Good shape here, basically forcing him to blitz. Oh, wait, no, hang on, I take it back. That was the blitz, wasn't it? That line no there, the wrestle blitz sucks. That was the blitz. Because we're giving up all of these blocks again. Blitz round the side to get to 4 dice on him. And then 2 dice on him and 2 dice on him. Extra block. Okay. Night Watch. Night Watch, mate. Let's have a little chat about the direction of that fucking blitz, shall we? Any reason at all why we weren't blitzing from the side into follow-up blocks on a push? Other than you forgot basic Blood Bowl for a turn? Come on. Sort your shit out. And these are blocks he shouldn't have now. And doesn't get anything from him, because Blood Bowl sucks. Again, I don't know why he makes these flat shapes with the Zons against a team with a loader guard. There's Yappo. Keeps 11 on the pitch. Isn't backup... I could... Oh, I was going to say, could put the auger in there. Maybe he was going to put the auger in there. Maybe that's where the auger was going. Which would have been correct. Gets the POW. Goes off to the side. No armor break. And then jams in the big girls. Nice little rush at the end. Oh, I don't like... No. Spoiled it all. Why would... Why? Just why would you do that? Why would you do that? You just did a rush. You did all of the things to base all of the players. And then an irrelevant 1 dice to just greed for a POW. Frees up a guard. Well, more importantly, frees up a block piece. Come on, man. Come on, man. Oh, we're doing the dodge instead of the handoff. Okay. I like the handoff there, to be honest. Built-in reroll. And if it does 1 in 9, there's a thrower in the way of where the ball is going to bounce. And the ball is on a movement 8 dodge piece. Mankiz, mate. That's a jump up. That's a jump up. If that's a 1 dice pow, there's 2 dice on the ball here. Actually, no. If it's a 1 dice push, it's 2 dice on the ball. You put the guard in there and use the strength 4 to blitz from there. This is 2 dice on the ball for a 3+. 2+, 3+. Oh, wait. Wait. I take it back. Wait, no. What are you doing? This covers that square. The assist needed to be there. The assist needed to be 1 up. I was just about to say I take it back. This is a 2 dice. Because you can put the assist there and go in past it. And then blitz from this square. But you just covered your blitz square. How are you blitzing now? Isn't this a 1 dice? I'm so confused. You just give up 2 dice on the ball here. Okay. We added a 1 dice to get 2 dice on the ball. Don't like that at all. Bad scatter. Oh, wait, what are we doing there? Okay. Are we just leaving the ball? No, we're not. We're just going to go and pick it up. Woohoo, mama. Was that any rushes? Can't tell. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Should have done another one, really. Oh, my days. And here's the problem, right? Mankiz has been unlucky on these key moments. But you can't learn from that. Like, you can't learn from the bad luck. So there's, you know, it is unlucky, obviously. Obviously, it's unlucky. But shouldn't be in that position, right? Where you can't mitigate the bad luck moments. Like, if your opponent plays well and forces you to roll some dice and you quad skulls, that's just unlucky. But if you put yourself in a bad position and then trying to get out of it roll bad dice, that's on you. That is a ridiculous, ridiculous blitz. Oh my god, we're surfing. Okay, whatever. We should have just blitzed and run backwards, right? With the blodger, using hit and run, even if you won in 9. Never mind. This is just greed. You just win. There's no reason to be. Why would you do this into Chunt's column? Come on, Night Watch. The rush of blood people get when it looks like they've won is crazy. It's a real thing, right? It's not imaginary. It's completely real. So this would have been better going here. This assist would have been better going here, so that on pushes you chain up and not here. But it shouldn't matter at this point. At this point, you basically have one. You just shouldn't be letting dice on the ball, right? If this stands up, okay, or this chains in, like, and follows. This is, yeah, okay, it's a 1 in 36, but this was a 1 in 36. So if this 1 in 36 is now, it could go there, and in the crowd, and this way, and somehow your free win is gone. If you'd hit and run to this square, and this is a 1 in 36, there's a lot more sixes needed before this happens. But there we go. There was a 1 in 36 in the dice. It was right there. Doing it again. Doing it again. No reason to be there. No reason at all. Didn't learn from this one. This is the stall square. We should be in the stall square. Score. Just score. Actually, you don't need to score. I just realized it. That's a dead dude. You don't need to score because there's no one in range of hitting the ball. Oh, Night Watch. Don't be a twat. You didn't exactly cover yourself in glory there, mate. You did not earn a touchdown dance. Right, that means that Mankiz now goes into week 3 with a draw and a loss. And Mr. Fantastic knows that's not a good feeling. Bringing it down to that 3rd week, pretty rough. But Night Watch goes into the 3rd week with a win and a draw and is pretty much guaranteed to go through. Pretty much. Depending on the other result of this this week, which we'll do next. It certainly makes it very strong that he's going through. It's not a guarantee. But 4 points when Mankiz has 1 point. And the other two have 1 point as well. Gives you a very, very strong advantage. You could still lose the 3rd match and go 1-1-1, and Mankiz could win the 3rd match and go 1-1-1. Identical points at that point. So, like I said, it's not guaranteed, but it's very strong. Night Watch is good. This was the bad match for Nightwatch. These are the two best players in the group. Maybe. Actually, no, Mongloom is in this group. Okay, never mind. Take it back. Mongloom is in this group. Not all the groups only have one or two good players. This one has three decent players. No offense to Slender Loris, I just never heard of you, and I don't remember saying I was surprised by how great you were. So I'm kind of ruling you out. We'll see how well you play in the next match. Tiebreakers are touchdowns scored. I think. Not touchdown difference, touchdowns scored. And then second tiebreakers are the head-to-head. No, Jim said second. No, none of this is right. Jim said touchdowns scored, and then second is head-to-head. And there is no third tiebreaker. Oh, no, Plo has apparently sent me a message that says Jim is wrong. Head-to-head is first. Wait. Wait a minute. Where did you get this from, Plo? This is from the official document. Does Jim know this? Oh, no, wait, Plo, this is wrong. No, you've misread this. In the case of hang on, I'll put this on screen now. I'll leave this in the VOD. I'll put this on screen. Plo misread it and then made me misread it by telling me he was right. So, the following factors will determine the rank in the group. Score, higher number of wins, higher number of touchdowns scored, lower number of touchdowns conceded. In case of equality after the first four factors. After these four. So these are the actual tiebreakers. And then if it's still a draw, then it's head-to-head. And if it's still a draw, they'll do a playoff. So the first tiebreaker is number of wins. It's not even touchdown scored, it's number of wins. The second tiebreaker, but I don't think number of wins could ever be involved, right? Because the only way that would come into play is if one person's got a win and the other person's got 3 draws, but that person can't have a win if the other person's got 3 draws because they would have had to play them. So I don't think number of wins could actually be a possible tiebreaker. So the first real tiebreaker is number of touchdowns scored. And then the second real tiebreaker is lower number of touchdowns conceded. So Sliker was correct. And then if it's still equal, what they're saying is don't look at the ranking in the group for the next tiebreaker because I don't know what the system uses. We're going to use head-to-head. And if head-to-head is still a draw, we'll do playoffs. So the first real tiebreaker is number of touchdowns scored. So there we go. And I'll leave all that in the VOD so people know if they're watching them in order. And that means Mankiz now not only has to win his third round match, but he's going to need to go for it, right? If those are the tiebreakers, everyone who needs to win and equal someone else's score needs to win decisively. 2-0 minimum. Right, and we will see you in the other next match, the week 2 match in this group next.